What is up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan Howard again, here with my man Young James,
Yup.
Jimmy Rollins. Today,
Yes,
Jimmy,
sir.
we've got a
Talk
man
to me.
that really needs no introduction.
Properly said.
For all the baseball heads out there, one, I'm glad I did not get to face him in his prime when the curl was extra juicy.
Extra juicy.
We didn't know if it was sweat or if it was activated. Like whatever it was
working.
it was working.
It was working.
This man is won multiple Cy Youngs, world champion,
Yes, he is.
and even more important, an all-around great human being. One of the best teammates we ever had. At least I can say that I ever had the opportunity of playing alongside of him.
Yes.
Even though it was for a short time.
Should have been longer.
It should have been longer. It should have been longer.
Should have ran that back.
But made us all better with his
did.
presence. Let's give it up for Mr. Pedro Martínez.
Yes, that deserves a hand clap.
to the
That deserves a
611.
hand clap today. Petey.
Thank you, boys. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. It is a pleasure having you, man. I get to work with you every Tuesday. But before that, we were competing, and we tell the story back and forth all the time. We joke about it, and it was our first meeting in Boston, my rookie year, and I remember facing Pedro. And before the game, the first thing I said to myself is, do not strike out. Don't strike out. At least, look, you're going to strike out, and that's fine, but this is your first time facing him. You cannot strike out.
Right.
And had a little surprise for Pedro. He likes to say I ambushed him. He looked at me, he was like, this little dude, of course, I'm going to get a little single hitter.
Right.
Pedro, I'm going to let you tell from your perspective, because we go back and forth all the time, and all I will say is, after I got the hit, it's the way he looked at me. I was like, oh, it's on now. It was just one of them realizations, like, oh, I got his attention. I did quickly, and then the second at bat, he got me back. But I'll let him tell his perspective of what happened. Then I'll continue with mine.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me.
Of course,
I'm extremely honored.
Thanks for joining, Pedro.
No, I'm extremely honored to be with you guys. You guys not only are great gentlemen, good family men.
Thank you, brother.
I love
Likewise.
seeing that.
Thank you.
From both of you, and I'm extremely proud of you guys for being the kind of person that you are.
Thank you.
And also the kind of athletes that I got to play with and spend time together. More than just a game. It's how we handle each other in the clubhouse, away from the clubhouse, going to dinner. I'm extremely proud to have play with you and spend that time with you. But I must say, going back to the conversation about Jimmy, Big Sexy, if it was you, I'll probably have a different plan. Because I did not want you to ambush me and take me deep. But little man, skinny, and young rookie, I said, let me just get this one out of the way. Strike one right away. Oh, before I knew it, whack! I'm like, little man just turned around on 97 and pulled it to right field. And I'm like, oh, little man can swing it. And then I started building my plan after that.
Okay.
But before that, I got ambushed. That was one of the moments where you don't expect a little man to be that quick. I mean, turn 97 back like it's nothing. I said, this little man is dangerous. So I came back. By the third time I went around, I said, little man, you're not going to get me again. I'm not going to go, and try to be a macho with the fastball. No, I pulled the string on him 3 times.
Yeah, hey,
3 times.
Filthy. Oh. And this was the funny part. So after I get the hit, Pedro, he likes to, he really, even when you're in the box, when you get on base, it's like he studies you.
Yeah.
The ball came back in. He didn't get back on the mound.
Right.
He went to the first base side of the dirt, started rubbing the ball, and he kind of looked at me like, all right. You got me, little man. Literally.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I got him. You ain't getting 2 strikes with me. So next at bat, I just turned around 97. No way in the world he threw me a first pitch fastball. Fuck, a strike 1. I was like, oh, snap. All right. All right. That's my fault, for thinking I did something. Strike 1. Changeup. Ball 1. I'm like, ooh, I saw the changeup. That's not too bad. Changeup again. I swung and missed. I was like, ooh. Oh, okay. That's the changeup they talk about. Nah, he
That's
had
not
another.
the one?
No.
There's a third
He had
one?
a third one. It was Bugs Bunny. It was, you get in the box, you're like,
Right.
and I looked at him.
It didn't even
kinda
leave his
nodded
hand yet.
I just nodded my head. He was like, take your little butt back to the dugout. Go ahead, you young player.
hilarious.
So after the game, I called my dad. And here's the thing, I wasn't even upset that I struck out on a changeup because I did want to see it.
Right.
And I'm walking back to the dugout. I was like, yeah, I got his attention. He had to throw me the good one. That was the victory in my head.
Right.
I couldn't, not the fact that I struck out. I was like, I made Pedro throw me the good changeup. Yeah, y'all ain't getting that one. Just kind of like a little game you play it yourself.
Right.
And after the game, my dad calls and it's like, yeah, Pedro got you, huh? I was like, yeah, Dad, but I made him throw me the good one.
Yeah.
I was proud of myself that I got his attention, and within my second at bat, he threw me the strike changeup, the in-between changeup,
Right.
and then the Bugs Bunny, the Cy Young changeup, and I was satisfied with that.
Yeah, for the kids that are listening, it's important that they know also that you can make out of one pitch 3 different pitches. It all depends on, the ability you have to add and subtract with whatever pitch you have. If you have 3 pitches, you can add and subtract with all of them. So for me, changeup was one changeup. Yeah, I can get one over.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a big gap between the fastball and the changeup.
Right.
But then from that changeup, I can actually subtract even more. And then the slowest one was the one I made dive.
Ooh,
Right.
That's the
So
one.
I had the ability to make it move even more. And that's why you got caught being young.
Yeah.
And don't forget,
it's
Jimmy.
a changeup off the changeup. It's
Exactly.
unexplainable. Yeah.
And the game was close.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, it doesn't matter if it's a little man. I know he can turn on the fastball. I'm going to make sure I get him out.
That's that butt out swing.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Just all
I don't know.
completely.
I don't know what I look like. I feel like the Bugs Bunny. We just dig yourself in the ground. I feel like I swung full swing, and then I saw the ball come by like.
Jimmy, that's why when I was there in Philly
was
and we were
filthy.
playing together, I was able to pitch probably 5 miles an hour less than I had when you faced me in Boston.
Yeah.
I was pitching at 91, 92 consistently. I could drop to 88, 89, but it didn't affect me because I knew by then how to add and subtract with the different fastballs, how to move it, how to cut it and sink it. I remember looking at Jimmy short. I'm like, Jimmy, want to try to get this ground ball right here?
Slide me over. Yeah.
Move over to the hole. And then Jimmy, and I was never a sinker baller, but I could do that when I needed to. And I would just move Jimmy. Before you know it, ground ball to the hole, everybody's thinking, well, I got hit. There's Jimmy right in front of the ball because I knew how to do that. It didn't affect me to diminish velocity because I was able to add and subtract with the curveball, with the cutter, with the changeup. So I kept you guessing most of the time. That's what I did, and that's why I was able to pitch at less velocity late in my career.
Not a pitch.
So one of the things that, from the first story that I find very intriguing and I think could be very helpful for like young kids and future pitchers down the line.
Actually, this new generation needs to probably start doing that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of guys just
Velo,
missing location. A lot of 100, but getting hit like it's 88.
Right.
And that bothers me sometimes. It's because it seems like they're trained nowadays to just go out there
Yeah, just light up the
for
gun.
4 innings, light up the radar, and not even have a clue of what you want to do with each individual batter. And you have to pay attention. It's not coincidence that I went right back in the second at bat, and I threw 3 changeups. Hey, the game is close. Now I figured out that this kid is quick with his hands.
Right.
Well, you can't be on all 3 of them.
Right.
If you're turning around 97, you're not gonna turn around 80.
Right.
You're not gonna be looking for 80.
Right.
There's no way. So I let him see the fastball. I probably got a little piece from the umpire on the outside corner. Hey, yeah. Pedro on the mound. Umpires were gonna give me a little bit. So as soon as I got that strike, that at bat with Jimmy was mano a mano.
Right.
Because the game is close. So I went to my out pitch because it can't be on 97 and be on 80. So that's what I did. And this new generation that we're watching, they need to have a better plan, better approach, and study more the hitters. Some guys out there, I mean, they are gonna rake. They are gonna rake. Some of them are outstanding hitters, but some others, you can get them out if you have a plan, if you have a strategy against them. But I just don't see that. Like you want to be a macho man and throw 100 and get it by some of those guys, and those guys they're disciplined to hit fastballs, especially fastballs. The secondary stuff, I don't see. And now strikeouts don't matter.
Right.
As much as they did
used to.
back in those days. You would have probably hit 50 every single year.
I mean,
if they
now
told
they
you
don't, now they
Now
don't matter.
that don't matter, right? Exactly. Pedro, I have a question for you. Present time, as we're talking about present pitchers and the inability to really control their second stuff. Is there anybody in the game that reminds you of you, or there a number of guys that maybe have some of what you had in today's game?
Yes. One of my favorite is Jacob deGrom. Wheeler. Very similar, both of them.
Very.
They attack the strike zone. They are economic. They go after you. I mean, with the best of it. And I find it so elegant that you can just go out there and execute what you want against whoever is out there. If they hit their location, they're literally impossible to hit. And I find that they do it so easy. Ohtani has the ability to probably do that. He's not as smooth as those guys are, but I love watching those two guys just pitch their game. I would love to see them healthy for a long time. Just like I remember watching Kershaw back in those days, Verlander, Scherzer, guys that are a little bit older that were probably taught from back when I was in school how to pitch. But nowadays, when you go out there and you see those beautiful arms, 100, but they have no idea what they want to do, what kind of plan, what ideas you have to put away some of those guys. It bothers me. It bothers me to watch that. And then the talent is there. Physical appearance is there. They're huge. I was a smaller man. I was, on the smaller side of the pitchers. But man, I was a video rat.
Right.
That's why you found me most of the time with Chase in the video room, because I wanted to see what everybody did.
Right.
I would sit down in front of the mound and just go, if Jimmy moved half an inch.
Right.
Did you ever feel that? I knew
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I knew
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He's before it was almost
If you
before he
opened up-
decided what pitch he's going to throw. He's looking at you first. All right, and it was a trip because I used to try to go with him. I'm
Right.
like, I'm gonna bag off the plate a little bit,
Right.
Because I know he's looking at me, and as soon as he started his wind, I'm gonna creep up. But he would see that too.
I would see that.
Everything,
Inches.
and change
Inches.
and change the break.
location
Yeah.
or break or switch pitches.
So how would you make that adjustment if Jimmy's, because Bobby used to tell us that, Bobby Abreu used to always talk about how he would try to set up pitchers in certain instances. So like if Jimmy's trying to set you up because he knows you're watching him, and then you making that adjustment off of Jimmy, but Jimmy looks to make that adjustment like right at the end, how do you make that adjustment?
My
Either in
sequence.
mid
My
piece-
sequence.
Your sequence? Like just changing up your delivery?
Because I had my sequence against Jimmy. I'm having success. I see what Jimmy's doing to probably get me to go away from my sequence.
Right.
My sequence. That's not going to happen. I'm going to adjust to you. Whatever you're doing to fool me, I will use it against you.
Yeah.
Because I'll go with you. I saw what you did. You moved forward. Okay. You dead meat. Because I knew what you were looking for based on the sequence I had.
Yeah.
If you creep up a little bit, half an inch, dead meat.
Yeah.
Because I knew it. And I was just locked in the movement of your body. Also the aggression. What you showed me. You were right on that fastball.
Right.
You're not seeing it again.
No.
No. You're on my fastball. You just missed it, and you know you missed it.
Well, because I have a question. Go back to the first one where Jimmy came up, he ambushed you, right? But then,
first of all, it wasn't ambush. I set him up.
Okay.
He didn't know who I was.
He
didn't have no video.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't have no video.
Young.
That's true.
Leading off.
Hey, look, I ambushed it though.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing. I'd have been out there swinging. I'm like, I'm not trying to get to that other stuff.
At all.
But like the importance of that for like the future pitchers, to where you came in, boom, he turns around 97, right? I see a lot of the times where when guys get a pitch hit hard, especially the fastball, the next they go away from it. And then you come right back because he wasn't expecting that. And I've said it too. It's like, sometimes hitting can be a game of process of elimination, to where when you do hit something hard, every pitcher doesn't want to get beat on the same pitch twice. So a lot of guys will go away from it. Immediately. Or they'll show it to you, but they're not going to show it to you for a strike. But for you, you're like, okay, boom. Guys that I would always see do that I had problems with because they would mix it up, was like a Scherzer. Scherzer didn't matter like what he threw. If you hit it, the next day do it again. And then now all of a sudden you weren't expecting that, and like you did,
fall behind,
changeup, slider, anything in any count. So like the importance of that, like I guess the question is how important is that for when you're talking to kids or talking to pitchers of saying like, hey, don't be afraid just because they hit this pitch to come back with it again for a strike, not just necessarily for show, but like to attack the zone.
Well, it's about locating and be able to command the different areas in the strike zone. I could get you to chase 3 fastballs. All 3 of them look good to you. They're just
right here,
good enough to get you out.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I could locate, and that's why I love watching deGrom and Wheeler, because they locate. It's really difficult for a catcher. He calls for a fastball away. It's supposed to be right here.
And he's reaching
and
back.
you throw it back there.
Right.
That is a big margin of error that you. So what do you guys do? You guys eliminate that. He cannot locate out there. He's gonna make a mistake right around here. Aaron Judge is living out of mistakes. Aaron has different holes, and every time we do a demo or something on Aaron Judge, high for Jimmy Rollins is not high enough
for Aaron Judge,
for Big Sexy or for Aaron Judge. It's going to be high maybe for Chase Utley, a guy that's 6'2", maybe 6'1", but for a 6'7" guy, you got to get up there.
Right.
You got to get up there, and if you don't locate your fastball well, you're going to make a lot of mistakes right in front of Trout, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. They're not going to let you go anywhere. They're going to take advantage of the mistake you make. And it's all about location. Why? Because, you could probably get a fastball and get a hit. Guess what I'm going to do? Next time, it's closer to you. And I could live inside of here the entire game. I could live out there. As soon as you open up the inner part of the plate, I'm gonna make you pay down there because I could locate outside as good as I did inside, and I could elevate, change eye levels. It's like we had to make you believe that you are a bobblehead. up and down, looking up and down. And you're never comfortable because the other thing I had was I wasn't afraid to hit you.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll hit you.
Oh,
I'll hit you.
So you admit it. So you admit it because
I'll hit you just to get you off your game.
On Tuesdays, he said he's never thrown anybody on purpose.
Well, today is Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you 98% of them were on purpose.
But because you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, but
you
I
weren't just hitting a guy. You knew it was there was an intent.
And I also wanted to protect my players.
Yeah,
I will hit you in a heartbeat. You and Jimmy can be brothers. Jimmy hits you, and you complain or you get mad, and you didn't talk to me. Sorry, Jimmy, you're going down next time. But I won't say it.
Right.
I would just look around. And then when Jimmy showed up, Jimmy would go down. And Pedro, he has outstanding command. But I would just drill you. Just because I wanted to protect you. Or vice versa. You hit one of mine. If you didn't come up and say, Pedro, Jimmy's my brother.
Right.
Well, sorry. Next time.
Yeah.
I'll just take one for one or two for one.
Right.
That's how I was, and I wasn't afraid to do it, and I knew how to do it.
Yeah.
I knew how to do it. I was a sharp shooter, so I wouldn't throw at a guy and miss him.
So those were the unwritten rules of the game.
Exactly.
Where everybody knew.
Everybody,
to where it's like, oh, he got hit.
Pedro's on the mound.
Hey, it's probably you, bro.
Like, straight up.
Hey, whoever, like
it's 2 outs and nobody on. Like, God damn.
The entire lineup knew.
You already knew it was that.
The next time it was like, hey, you be ready.
Be ready.
So that when you get hit.
And that was a message that went out. Hey, be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready.
And then the umpire knew because after Pedro hit you, all right, we're all square. Play ball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you understood it and you kept it in the frame of the game. So kind of what you were talking about with pitchers today, you said it. You weren't afraid to hit a guy.
No.
And it seems like today guys are more afraid to hit because hitters are, I think, way more comfortable
leaning out over the plate.
Inside. So the way you were talking about, if I can get you up this way, I can get you out this way.
Yeah.
And if you start looking this way, I got to stand you up.
Yeah, I got to stand you up.
So we all knew when we were playing, I stood way off the plate because I could get good leverage and get my arms extended. So if you hit me, you probably just missed. And it was way off in. But being able to establish the inner half of the plate.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
Even though you're standing away from the plate.
Still have to show.
I'll just make you aware that I'm going to go in there sooner or later during the game. And just because you stand out there and you want to extend your arms doesn't mean I'm not going to come inside of you. Even though you're far away from the plate, I have to let you know that I'm going to be close to you at any point. Right. Why? Because I don't want you to be leaning out there.
Getting comfortable.
And probably destroying good pitches that I'm making on the block away or maybe an inch or two. I look really good and the catcher is able to frame just because you don't see anything in here. Right. It doesn't matter how many times you go out there. That was your area. Right. That's where you wanted. You wanted to go up and Philly 6 rows up. Yeah. Well, I have to let you know that I'm going to be in here just so that you don't extend out there with full of confidence. I had to get you off your mind, off your frame. My duties were to disrupt your timing, disrupt your at-bat, give you headaches. That's what I did. And that's what the new generation needs to understand. They are out there not to show 100 or a sweeper, a nasty sweeper. If you don't command it, if you don't use it, if you don't have a plan with it, you're going to end up in the hands of Aaron Judge and Mike Trout and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, Ohtani of the world. A lot of great hitters nowadays. But I've seen a lot more mistakes than the abilities that the guys really have.
Got it.
Not disrespecting the guys that are hitting, because Judge is a complete hitter.
Yes.
Freeman, the best. Mookie, right there. Mike Trout, all of them. Machado, Tatis, full of abilities. Vladdy Jr., all of those guys that we see daily, they're great hitters. But you just don't see the same
quality of pitching
that could get those guys out.
Let's switch speeds a little bit, Pedro. We're here in Atlanta, home of the 2025 All-Star Game.
Yeah.
And there was a time, and I remember watching this on TV.
Oh, yes.
And this goes back to why I had to ambush Pedro. You had an all-star performance. Arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably, the best all-star performance from a starting pitcher ever. You're at home in Boston, right? It's in Boston. So you know you want to show out.
Right. Of course. Has some good home cooking.
You struck out the first 6 batters? First 5 batters. That had never happened in an all-star game. What was going on? Like, what were you feeling? Talk to us, take us into your mental and what it felt like. You know you have good stuff, but that was electric. It's not, a regular lineup. This is the game's best hitters, and you're mowing them down. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's take, just in case you need a reminder. Not that you need a reminder. Let's take a look at this, Pedro.
And you look at the 15-game winner with that league-leading ERA of 2.10, 3 complete games. Barry Larkin.
Oh, there it is. That's that
the
one.
You got.
That's
the one you
funny.
got.
That's the one he got me on.
Yep.
And see how that swing was? That's what I look like.
Yeah, basically.
That's filthy, Pedro.
Well,
so at that point, you're on.
See?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. A guy that loved the ball out over the plate. You can see how far he is from the plate. But he was aware
that you was going to bust him in.
Any time. And he was my teammate in Montreal. Larry Walker. But see, there's no way you're gonna tell Larry Walker, I'm gonna throw that fastball there.
And him
unless you showed him something. See? He had no chance.
No chance.
Why? Because I already made him aware of something else.
Okay, we got
fellow countryman Sammy. Ooh.
Just heat.
Just take that with you.
Yep.
Hold on.
That's where you're talking about that elevation.
Elevation.
Right?
Hey, hold
location.
on. Question.
Looked good enough for him to hit.
Right.
It looked
just
good
above.
to him, but that's just good enough to get you out.
So Pedro, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did you look at him like that when you struck him out? Did y'all have a little wager, a little friendly something?
See, I was going to
back
explain
in the days?
that. I was going to explain that to you before I took over the mound. First of all, remember I said some things you would just make
Personal.
I was representing Boston. I had the cream of baseball all around the infield, all century team.
Yes.
So
Remember
much
that.
respect.
Yes.
Mr. Hank Aaron went and shook my hand. It was dedicated to Ted Williams in Boston. So I knew what it meant for Boston that I went out there and performed. And for me to be starting that All-Star game in front of all those legends that were there and representing Ted Williams, his uniform, was personal. When I saw Mr. Hank Aaron come over and shake my hand, it was like my biggest trophy ever. Strong hand, thick hands. He came over and said, wow, you're impressive. You're one hell of a pitcher.
Dang.
When he saw that in that All-Star game. And to me, that meant more than anything. Yeah, I could get a strikeouts, I could get whatever, but the respect they showed for me, and to recognize that I was one of those players that they could say, this belonged with us, it was my biggest trophy. And then Ted Williams pulled me to the suite and said, wow, you're one hell of a pitcher, amigo. And he signed the program. I told him to sign the program, and he gave it to me, and that was my trophy. I hadn't even received the trophy as the MVP in the All-Star game. But man, I got Hank Aaron And Ted Williams
Yeah.
just recognized me. You one hell of a pitcher, amigo. That to me meant the world. Those two. And ever since I got to the Hall of Fame, I was probably the youngest Hall of Famer that could sit in the car with Hank Aaron. Talking about the All-Star game here in Atlanta, I was the only one, me and Jim Rice, that could sit in the car with Henry Aaron.
That's
and
awesome.
sometimes, every once in a while, drive the car, golf car, because he's got the seniority in Cooperstown.
Right.
And he would be handed a golf car. I was the only one that I think out of the young generation of Hall of Famers that could drive that car.
That's awesome.
And he called me my son all the time. His wife and Henry embraced me like I was his son, and I'm extremely proud of that. Every time I go to the Hall of Fame, I always think of him. And I have so much respect. But that's what it meant. The commitment that I had for that All-Star game, it was to represent the cream of baseball and Ted Williams in Boston, in Fenway, my own stadium. It was kind of personal. Yeah. That's why I took it, more serious than any other.
There you have it. Okay, let's take it out.